forward to this.
What's up everyone, how's it going? So some bad news for Star Wars games did get announced yesterday, and this person named Jason posted an article about how EA has cancelled its open world Star Wars game, according to 3 people familiar with going-ons at the company. So of course this is not confirmed by DICE, but this source is very reputable, and I think after all the backlash this got over the past few hours, DICE would have said something about it if this were false, so I would go ahead and take it as it is true. And this really does suck. An open world Star Wars game is something that people have been talking about for so long now, ever since EA got the license to Star Wars. I mean, it would just be so cool to see kind of like a Grand Theft Auto type game, but in the Star Wars universe. And this game, according to the article, was basically supposed to be about you playing as a bounty hunter, and you would be traveling to different planets among the Star Wars universe. Now the only thing I didn't like about this is that you are restricted to only playing as a bounty hunter. Something I've always liked about Grand Theft Auto 5 is just the freedom you had to make your own character, and I'd really like a new Star Wars game to do something like that, where you could be a Jedi or a Stormtrooper or a Sith or a bounty hunter or whatever you would like to be, you could do it. But according to this article, this game was supposed to be restricted to a bounty hunter only. But now, you don't have to speculate about it anymore because it got cancelled, and this really frustrates me because we've had in the past few years, I think 2 or 3 big games shut down by EA. And I honestly just want to know why this has happened so many times. And then people are worried now that Jedi Fallen Order might get cancelled too because of all of this, which I do not think is going to happen because I'm pretty sure they're at least over halfway done making the game. But according to this article, they had just started it before Visceral Games got shut down, and then basically the game got moved over to their Vancouver office and they were working on it there. But the article that this is coming from actually did an update at 10:17 p.m. and it says this project, which was codenamed Orca, was very early in development but would involve playing as a bounty hunter who could explore various open world planets and work with different factions across the Star Wars universe. And it goes on to say, when EA's top decision makers looked at their roadmap for the next few years, they decided that they needed something earlier than the planned release date for Orca, according to 2 people familiar with what happened. So they cancelled Orca in favor of a smaller scale Star Wars project that's now aimed for much sooner, likely late 2020, which also happens to be around the time that I've heard the next gen consoles will be launched. So I think that last line is probably something that's super important about this article. If we're going to be getting next gen consoles just 1 year from now, I mean that's some pretty big news. Of course that's not confirmed, but it is interesting that EA decided to cut off this long project and just go to a smaller scale project. I don't really know how I feel about that. I guess we'll have to wait and see what this project was cut off for and what they are working on now. We really cannot make any guesses as to what they might be working on because we don't know what small project kind of means in their terms, because to me it is possible that they are working on Battlefront 3, but that is just me guessing. I have no real evidence for that, but I mean imagine Battlefront 3 coming out for the next gen consoles. I mean that they could do some pretty cool stuff with that. I know a lot of people are hoping they just keep Battlefront 2 in for a live service for another 2 or 3 years, but personally, I mean this is EA here. They want to make as much money as possible. They are a business. I just wish we knew what they mean when they say working on a smaller scale game, because that could be absolutely anything. In my opinion, Battlefront 2 and if Battlefront 3 comes, I don't think those are small scale games, but in EA's eyes they very well could be. So just theoretically, if EA announces that Battlefront 3 will be coming out for the next gen consoles, let me know what your thoughts and reactions would be to that. In my own opinion, I actually would be kind of happy for that because Battlefront 2 just had such a rough launch. I mean, we can get back new players and bring back old players, but from the loot box system, I think it's really, there's a lot of people that just will not come back to this game, which is quite unfortunate because they have improved Battlefront so much. I know the beginning of the year up to about, I'd say, August, it was very rough. We had to just keep waiting and waiting for new content, and the DLC they were getting wasn't very much, but ever since October kicked off, I mean, we've just been getting update after update, and we're getting new heroes. Hopefully we get more than just Geonosis in terms of large-scale maps. We don't know yet. We're hoping to see the roadmap soon. I think the roadmap did get delayed because Ben Walk a while ago did say that they plan on releasing it sometime before Christmas, and obviously it's January 16th and we still have no news on the roadmap. So I think they're still just trying to figure out what their plan is for the next few months. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out just another wild theory that I just thought of. What if the reason we have not received this roadmap is because a lot of developers working on Battlefront 2 got moved over to start working on Battlefront 3 for the next gen consoles? But this is just some wild conspiracy theory I just thought of. I have no real evidence for this, but it just makes you wonder because if they plan on releasing the roadmap sometime before Christmas and we still haven't gotten any news on it yet, that definitely means that something has been changed about the future of this game, and that could be good or bad. that, because they might be talking about adding even more things to the roadmap. I have no idea, but it just kind of makes you think, you know. But that's going to pretty much do it for this video. I'm not going to be going over top comments this one, but definitely in the next video I will. But I really want to hear your thoughts about all this news that just came out, and as well as my theory that I just came up with. I want to know what you guys think of it. So comment down below and you might be featured in the next video. But if you're new, be sure and subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more. I say this in pretty much every video, but I'm really hoping that the Super Bowl does contain a Star Wars Episode 9 teaser trailer. But we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.